back to my channel, and thank you so much for watching. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than anything I've done here on my channel. I wanted to do this video because till this day I get tons of questions on my weight loss video, and I also get private messages, DMs from you guys asking me on my advice for when it comes to confidence and dating before and after weight loss. For the most part, I always try to write back, but as my channel grows, it's getting a little bit more harder to write to each individual person. So I thought I would dedicate a whole entire video just kind of opening up myself to you guys and kind of sharing with you guys my experiences with both subjects, and kind of just talking to you guys from the heart and like a friend. So today's video is going to be super casual. I don't have anything written down. I'm just gonna sit down and talk to you guys like if we were just hanging out at my apartment. So get yourself a glass of wine, get yourself a cup of coffee, tea, whatever, and let's just get started because I have a feeling this might be a little bit of a long one. So I want to apologize in advance also if you guys hear any talking behind me. My sister and her boyfriend are here, my mom is here, a lot of noise happening, and there's also a bunch of construction outside, so it's pretty difficult for me to film a video without any interruptions. So you hear that? Yeah, that's them. I'll start off with confidence, and I'm not really going to be like confidence before weight loss and confident after weight loss. This is just going to be like a big overall for both. So because I feel like with confidence everything applies whether it's before or after your weight loss. I don't think you have to have a different type of confidence before and then a different type of confidence for after your weight loss. I think everything regarding confidence will apply. So I get tons of questions from girls mostly asking me how I found confidence and how I kept myself confident. And I like to think I'm a pretty confident person. I am shy, don't get me wrong, but I think there's a difference between being shy and having confidence. I'm shy for certain things, not everything, and thanks to YouTube, I have actually overcome a lot of my shyness, and that's something that I'm forever grateful because it has changed me as a person. I think the best advice that I can give you guys who are trying to find confidence, just kind of kick up your confidence a couple of levels up, is to really get to know yourself and really just get to know you, get to know your likes, get to know your flaws, get to know what makes you you, get to know what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you angry. Once you really get to know yourself, nothing else will matter, because I feel like confidence has a lot to do with what you think people think of you. So if you know yourself, you're not gonna care what people think about you. And I think that's really important when it comes to gaining confidence and finding out your confidence. And that's something that I talk to everyone, especially to my sister. I tell her, get to know yourself. Spend some time with yourself. Find out what makes you happy, what makes you sad. And once you have that, there's nothing that no one can tell you that will really get to you. There was a comment here on one of my channels made, and somebody asked me, I didn't take any offense at all, but I want to share it with you guys so that you guys can kind of get an example of what I mean. I got a comment here saying, are you pregnant or have you just gained weight? A lot of you guys wrote back to it and started saying that was so rude, why would you say something like that? And I read it and I laughed because I know myself. I know when I'm wrong, I know when I'm right. So that person telling me that, I was just like crap, like she's being honest. I've gained weight. So I didn't take any offense at all to it. I was just like, you know, it's true, man. Like, I've gained some weight since when I first started YouTube. Like, I need to get back on it, you know? So it didn't bother me because I already knew that. I already knew that I had gained weight, and I'm okay with saying I've gained weight. I've told you guys I've gained weight. I have no shame. And I feel like that has a lot to do with my confidence because I already know that. So if you know yourself back, front to back, up and down, I hope that makes sense. If you know everything about you, Nothing nobody thinks about you is going to hurt you, because you know you're not that person. And I think that is super, super, super important, and that is the best advice that I can give you. I for the most part, I'm pretty, I don't want to say I have no friends, because I have great friends, but I like to spend time by myself. And I feel like that's when I get to know myself the most. When you spend time by yourself and you really just kind of get to know you. When I was in high school, I didn't have a lot of confidence, and I used to hate, not high school, let's do something a little bit, actually a little bit earlier on. My first year of college, I'm from Florida, so if you guys, I'm not sure this is just a Florida college thing, but here you have to take, it's a requirement for you to take a speech class. And for those of you guys who are in college, you guys know that a speech class, you have to do presentations 24/7. Like every class you have a presentation to do, you have group projects. And for someone who has a little low self-confidence or low self-esteem, that is your worst nightmare. And I promise you guys, I was there. When I first got to that speech class that everyone had to like do a presentation and talk about themselves, I was like, oh my god, like what am I gonna say? Like I was kind of just in my mind just practicing what I was gonna say. Thankfully there was so many people in that class that I didn't have to go that first class, and my last name is Toledo, so that worked out perfect for me. I ended up dropping the class. Like I dropped the class and I ended up taking a speech class online. Like how pathetic is that? And I feel so not embarrassed, but it's so, I don't even know what to say. Like I ended up taking my speech class online and I didn't learn anything. It was eye-opening for me, because I was like, what is going on? Like I'm better than this. It's just a presentation, it's just a speech. I was scared that people were going to look at my thighs rubbing when I went up to give my speech. I was scared that people were going to notice that I have an accent because I'm Cuban and I'm not like born in the United States. I was going to get scared that anything, that my sweater was making me look bigger. It was just this thing, and I'm pretty sure nobody noticed that. I'm pretty sure nobody noticed my thighs rubbing. I'm pretty sure nobody was going to notice my accent. Nobody was going to care, but in my mind that was the worst thing. So I wouldn't put myself out there, and now I look back and I think, man, you know, it could have been a really fun class. It could have been a fun class full of like fun projects and fun things to do, and I wasted it taking the class online. So I have come a long way. I'm doing YouTube video now, which is it's a pretty big deal for me, because I would have never thought I would be doing something like this. And it's funny because when I meet people and they tell me you're not really shy, I'm like, you have no idea what I have to go through to not be shy. And just like confidence after weight loss, I've definitely had to adjust to confidence after weight loss a little bit different, because it's overall the same idea, but with a little bit of physical changes. I have a lot of loose skin, especially in my arms. I have some loose skin. I have some stretch marks in my arms. I have some stretch marks in my inner thighs. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that sometimes I don't look at myself in the mirror and I see that same chubby girl that I once was. It's pretty difficult for you to get that out of your head, and it's really difficult for you to know that you're just not in that place anymore, that you're a completely different person, you have a completely different body, and you're gonna have to learn to adjust to it. Now, don't get me wrong, as soon as you start to see yourself lose weight and your body changing, your confidence levels are going to boost through the roof. Like, you're gonna feel so good. But then comes the other stuff, you know. Most of the questions are like, how do you deal with loose skin? Like, do you feel self-conscious wearing a bathing suit? It's all in your head. People don't notice it. It's all you, girl. It's all in that head of yours. I see my loose skin as a great journey that I've been on. I see my loose skin as someone who is strong, someone who has overcome a lot in her life with weight, dealing with weight and food addiction, because I've mentioned that in my other videos, and I'm okay with that. And I think you should be too. Yeah, confidence, to just overall confidence, I feel like it just has to do with yourself. So get to know you. Spend some time alone once a week, alone, and just think about your life, think about what you want to do, think about what you like and what you don't like, and you'll see that you'll come a long way. When it comes to dating, I don't consider myself a dating expert. I only have had 2 boyfriends in my whole entire life. I'm 23. They've both been long-term boyfriends, and I met them both when I was heavy. So that's another question I get all the time, is how much did you weigh when you meet your boyfriend, and if weight has been an issue and stuff like that. I met my first boyfriend, I was 17, and I weighed 168 pounds. I'm 5'1", so 168 pounds on a 5'1" person is a lot of weight, especially me, because I have that Cuban body, that I have bigger thighs, bigger butt, not Cuban, that Hispanic body, that it's a little bit smaller on top and then bigger on the bottom. So it looks like a lot at 168. And I met my first boyfriend. We dated for I want to say a year and a half, and you know, I've met him. We met through, my sister knew him from the gym, and he messaged me on Facebook, and from there we started going out. And the relationship wasn't the best relationship I've been in. It was definitely a very hard relationship. It was mentally, kind of mentally and emotionally kind of abusive relationship. And I can't believe I'm saying this, opening up, and I'm pretty happy that it's done. And I don't mean, you know, I respect him and his family, and he's a great person, but I don't think it was good for me. You know, I went through a lot. I was kind of like a punching bag, and nobody deserves that, you know. So I'm gonna leave that back there where it should stay. Then my current boyfriend, I met him at the same exact weight. I met my boyfriend at 164 pounds, and we have been dating for 3 years in October. It's gonna be 3 years in October, and he's the best thing that has ever happened to me. My boyfriend makes me really happy, and he's my best friend, and I'm really, really happy and so grateful. And so with that, a little bit of a backstory on that, dating is nothing but confidence. So if your confidence level is okay, your dating life should be okay. Guys will be able to know when your confidence levels are low. And if unfortunately you cross paths with an a-hole, he's going to take advantage of that, and he's going to destroy you mentally. So you want your confidence to be really good before you go ahead and start dating, because if not, you're just going to end up heartbroken and worse. I was single for a year and a half before I met my current boyfriend. After I broke up with my first boyfriend, I was single for a year and a half. I was left in a horrible place after my first breakup. So I took that year and a half, almost 2 years, to work on myself, and that's when I started losing weight, and that's when I really got to know myself the most, just by being on my own. And when I met my current boyfriend, I was pretty good. I knew myself, I knew what I wanted in a guy, I knew what I deserved in a guy. The number on the scale, I've never looked at that as kind of like a barrier for me to find someone who loves me and who wants to be with me. Stop focusing on the number on the scale. That doesn't mean anything. There's a bunch of men who like a little more meat to their bone. Millions and millions of girls who are overweight and chunky and fuller and chubby, who are in good relationships, and you ask them, what is the key to your relationship, or how did you find them? And they were like, just, you know, good confidence. I treated him like a normal person, and I treated myself like a normal person. Just because you're big, or I don't want to say big, but just because you're on the chubbier side or the plus size, it doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be loved as a girl who's really skinny or a girl who's normal, because you're normal. The number on the scale should not reflect who you are as a person. It should not make you feel bad about yourself. No, because someone great is going to come along and is going to sweep you off your feet, and he's not going to care how much you weigh. I have conversations with my boyfriend now all the time, and I ask him, I'm like, would you date me if I was my old self, 215 pounds, this short little girl, blonde? And he's like, absolutely. You definitely want to look for someone who likes you for who you are, and not someone who's going to want to change you. So don't settle for less than what you deserve because you think you need to look a certain way or you need to be a certain way. Be you. And that is my biggest advice. Be you before and after your weight loss. After your weight loss, you're gonna love it. A lot of guys are gonna start paying more attention to you, and you're gonna feel like you're this hot mama that, you know, wants to be loved. But don't settle for the first guy. Keep your options open. Another advice that I want to give you guys is to stop looking. It sounds so weird, but stop looking. I feel like when you put so much attention into something and you're constantly on it and on it and on it and on it and on it, you feel like it takes forever and that it's never going to happen for you. And then the moment you stop trying, everything happens. So stop looking and just let it be. There's someone out there for you. Don't settle for something that you don't deserve just because you want to be in a relationship. Just focus on you. Get to know you. Build up your confidence and then go find a partner or let him find you. Ah, you are so blonde. Hey!
Hi!
Do you want to tell them anything about confidence and dating before and after weight loss?
Yeah, I would just say just be yourself. And if they like you, they like you, but it's really hard to like pretend to be someone. Like, even if you pretend to be someone online and then like you're like nervous about meeting them because you don't look that way, or like if you have to pretend to be someone and then like 3 months into it you kind of hate the person that you have to be because you're not happy with yourself. But that's it.
That's the same thing I said.
Yeah. All right, bye.
Bye. Taking me food. My sister, and she told you guys the same thing. Just be yourself and it will happen for you. I promise you guys. So I think that is pretty much it. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. I love answering your questions when it comes to weight loss and stuff like that because it's something that I'm really passionate about, and I know I've kind of gotten off the wagon a little bit, actually a lot. I've gained about 25 pounds but it's something that I don't consider myself an expert, but it's definitely something that I've had to deal with my whole entire life and gone through a lot of stuff, embarrassing things, health issues. I started my weight loss not because I wanted to find myself a man, not because I wanted to wear certain things, but I started it because of my health issues. And I've been through a lot of different things. I've been through a lot of depression with myself and been really scared before because of my weight. If I can help you guys feel better about yourself and kind of start this journey, then I feel accomplished. I don't really care about the numbers here on YouTube. I don't really care about who's watching, who's not watching. You know, I want to better people. I want to get to touch people's hearts and kind of have people be relatable to me and have them know that I'm here to help. So whether it's with makeup, whether it's with weight loss, whether it's with anything else, I'm here for you guys. You can DM me on Instagram or you can send me a message here on YouTube. I don't know where the messages are here on YouTube, but I will find them and I will write back to you guys. And I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay beautiful and find your confidence, find your inner self, and everything will be okay. So I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you guys. And yeah, that was not how I end my videos, but I'll see you guys next time.